dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. What do you want? What? You just walking around here? My cat just came in. Hi, what do you want? I'm recording here. We're talking about Collision, December 13th, 2025. Tony and Nigel on commentary, and Cardiff Wells. Hey, can you give me some space here, please? That would be great, because you had to just jump on, didn't you? All right, so we started off with Swerve versus Josh Alexander. All right, folks, sorry, 1 second. She wants attention. She wants treats. I'm not going to give them to her. There we go. So we're talking about Swerve versus Josh in an awesome opening bout for Collision. Swerve got the win over Josh, and Don's on commentary, and this is a big win for Swerve, and he cuts a promo after. No, Leia. He cuts a promo after saying, the last time I was here, I was champion. Now it's time to get back to that. Well, you want to get back to that, Swerve? Go back to the old music. I'm just not digging it. I like the song, but I don't think it's my favorite entrance song. It doesn't have the same hook and catchiness the last song did. But no, I want to see Swerve Strickland back on top. He was a really great champion. He put on some bangers, and he put on a banger with Josh Alexander here. Then we go to the Timeless Love Bombs. They say the Babes of Wrath are going to have a celebration. Well, they can't have a celebration without us. Then we go to Chris Statlander and Jamie Hayter versus the Sisters of Sin in this awesome tag team match. I love the Sisters of Sin. I love the Triangle of Madness. That's my jam. But afterwards, though, after Chris and Hayter get the win, Hayter wants her championship match. She's done. She's looking at that title saying, like, it's me and you. Let's do this then. Because right after we got done with this match, Tekla's she's in the crowd watching on, because she wants a shot at the title as well. Then we get Lexi backstage with Chris and Hayter, and Lexi tells Chris, "You wanted to talk to Jamie?" She's like, "I'm done talking. We need to get the fighting, because I know what you want, Jamie." And Jamie's like, "You're damn right. Where? When? World's End." Jamie Hayter versus Chris Statlander for the AEW Women's Championship. Yes, boy! Very excited about that. We go into the Blue League match, Takeshita versus Claudio. Oh my god. Oh my goosh. This is my match of the night. Oh my god. These two beat the shit out of each other. And, oh wait, what's going on here? Sorry about that, folks. I'm trying to sit here in the office, and then, like, the cat, and then my kid's phone goes off. But no, we're talking about Takeshita and Claudio in one hell of a match that ends in a draw. So, but my favorite part about this, with Dawn being on commentary as well, Takeshita and Claudio, no way, they don't want this to end in a draw. We don't want this to end, so they're still fighting. Even after the bell has rung, after these two warriors went to war with each other, Mox Cult comes out, Dawn Fam comes out. You know those two factions are going to clash at some certain point with the Mox Cult and Don Callis family, and I really hope the Mox Cult wins. I'm with the Death Riders on this one. I already said it last time. I am sick to death of the Don Callis family. So, but this ends in a draw. Takeshita and Claudio in the Blue League match of the night. Speedball Nights with Lexi. You know, they have a huge match tonight. I'm really looking forward to that. In the Gold League, then we go to the Babes of Wrath with Tony Schiavone. I don't know what we're trying to accomplish here. Timeless Love Bombs come out. I'm like, okay, they're going to ask for a rematch for those tag team titles, aren't they? They're going to say, like, hey, let's do it one more time. But then Mercedes Moné comes out, and a match was thrown out there for 4-on-4. And Moné has no friends, so she says she'll find some killers to bring to her next week in Manchester, England. So, yeah, I was like, oh, sure, I guess. But, yeah, this sets up a match, and I love the fact when Tony's like, we're going to something on your ass, and then Mercedes Martin's like, what the fuck? Ricochet had something to say. I didn't care. Max and Anthony had a package. I don't care. I think they have a match next week. Speedball versus Kevin Knight right here, right now. Oh, this is a good match, man. This was really good. I knew it was going to be fast-paced, crazy action. Speedball got the win, which I was very surprised by. I was like, oh, so we're really pushing Speedball here. I like that. I do really like him. I think he's really talented. Of course, we got the sign of respect after the match. Gotta have it. You gotta have it. Kyle Fletcher and Pac cut a promo because they got a big match next week on Holiday Bash for Dynamite/Collision. Very, very excited about that because I love me some Kyle Fletcher. I love me that Pac the Bastard. You know these two are going to go at it, and they're going to fight Horde with the hard H. Then we get into our main event, Mark Briscoe versus Daniel Garcia. Maltz cult shenanigans, all this and that, but as the dust settles, Mark Briscoe is still holding on to that TNT championship. You best believe that because he's them boys. But no, this was a good match. I know it's not over with Daniel Garcia. I know he's probably gonna get another opportunity here, but that's the way we end the show in a very packed Collision. Very awesome night, man. I gotta give it a solid 4 out of 5. I will say match of the night, Takeshita versus Claudio. And then ended in a draw. Moment of the night, I gotta say, let's see. I really enjoyed the Chris Statlander, Jamie Hayter, and Tekla's in the background. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed this ending here because it's like, it's the conglomeration celebrating. And Roderick. He's just like, I'm here. So, yeah. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life. Brother.
Tournament wrestlers. Whoa! Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. And this is for first place in the Blue League.